Hello and welcome back. That's right, you are here where we're going to be doing some work. This is a work day. This is a Game Master preparation day. We're dealing with non-player characters, and I'm going to do a presentation. This is the presentation I often run on my channel. I'm going to do that fairly quickly, and then we're going to go straight into actually building a tool, and we're going to finish, I hope today, we're going to finish the villain motivations table. I'm going to put up a poll, so feel free to take part in that poll. I see that we have Fred Huber in here already, and he's already suggested a solution for helping you in the process of making your NPCs. And I absolutely agree that the Player's Handbook is one of those tools that a Game Master can certainly use. Absolutely. So grab some food, some drink, make sure you're comfortable. I'll run through my slideshow and presentation fairly quickly, then we'll get straight into the process of actually making something for those of you who are here who are after tools that you can use. That is the purpose of today. Anyway, let's get started and line everything up. Hi, welcome to How to RPG. My name is Fred Wheeler, and today I want to talk about role-playing games. And today it's all about Game Master preparation. This is lesson 2, building your non-player character or non-player characters. So what is the actual topic covering today? Well, the overview for today is quick non-player characters, how to do that very quickly, building a non-player character, how you can do that, making non-player character names, creating motivations for your non-player character, developing the different aspects of your non-player character, and also selecting an appearance for your non-player character, or at least developing something like that with that drawing. Constructing a non-player character stat block, different ways that you can deal with that, and then some miscellaneous recommendations. This is how I normally run my program. My objectives for today is I will explain the process of building a non-player character to you, demonstrate the process with you, and also give you some practice. So you're going to hopefully assist me in the process so that you get better at doing this sort of thing. Okay, let's get straight into the topic, which is quick non-player characters. The easiest way to actually craft a non-player character is to get someone else to make it for you. Now, I've said this before and I'll say it again. The Game Master's book of non-player characters has hundreds of pages of ready-made non-player characters that I recommend. If you want that already done for you, it's waiting there. There are even charts and tables that can do the work for you as well, but they're ready-made and they're system agnostic. You can put them into any game system. The Pathfinder NPC Codex is full of pre-made non-player characters. That's very much tailored to that game system, Pathfinder First Ed Edition, but it still has a lot of fluff and information that you could use in pretty much any game if you wanted to. And in any published adventure has heaps of non-player characters that you can steal them from there and put them into your own game. The internet is absolutely full of non-player character generators that make your non-player character, and just press a button, in a few seconds you get what you want. And the website NPC Generator does an all-right job. I wouldn't say it's perfect, but it's certainly one that you could use. The Game Master's Book of Random Encounters also has a percentile table with the ability to randomly generate or create NPCs with 100 different variations. Those combinations built together basically mean you're going to get hundreds, thousands of different combinations that you could use. The Game Master's Book of Non-Player Characters doesn't just have pre-made NPCs, it also has random tables. These are smaller random tables. It's not a 100 percentile table. It's not 100 options, but you get 20 options and they are tailored for a specific purpose, a particular type of NPC. So very, very useful. Okay, with the wide variety of NPCs or non-player characters that you will have to make, what's our first step? Our first step is usually the non-player character name. It is the most vital piece of information you require because it's the one thing the players are always going to ask you. So how do we actually do that? The non-player character name can be generated electronically using a name generator. Like the website Fantasy Name Generators is probably one of the best I've seen out there. It uses different names from different cultures. It uses fantasy names. It has futuristic names. It has all sorts of different things. Also, the Donjon website, that's DONJON website, has a fantasy name generator as well, so you can actually generate these names fairly quickly. The Master the Game website, Master the Dungeon website, should I say, has also a name generator under the Resources tab or section. So if you go there under the Master the Dungeon website, that's the place you want to go if you want to get a generator. The Makers Forge Games website, so Makers Forge Games website, has a name generator in the Generators section. And there's nothing wrong with using standard names that you already know or exotic names of people that you have met or you know of. It's not difficult to actually make a list of non-player character names that you can use later on, and I recommend that people do something like this. Even if you do nothing else, this is something that you should have as a tool. Using the sample names offered in the role-playing game handbook that you're using, usually under the races section or species section, you'll have a sample of different names that you could use. This is another place you can pull names from. And then also popular culture names from books, comics, movies, music, you name it, can also be used. Sly Flourish has a random name generator list, and it's not really a random generator, it's basically just a list of names. It's part of his article, it's on his website, and you're welcome to just go and download it or port it over into your own toolbox. Or just make your own, and that's what I would suggest that you do. So there's your name process. Okay, our next step. We need to have the non-player character motivation. What is the motivation? Sometimes those motivations are simple, sometimes they're complicated. The motivation of any non-player character is absolutely vital for portraying and interacting with the player characters. So as a game master, you need to have this information. So you could pull a simple motivation from real life that you think will fit that NPC. It might be as simple as a shopkeeper who wants to sell goods and make money so that he can feed his family and support himself. Motivation tables for villains and NPCs can also be found in the Game Master Guide or the Game Mastery Guide for pretty much any role-playing game. Dungeon Master Guides often have this as well. The Game Master's Book of Random Encounters has a table on page 239 to 244 with non-player character objectives and motivations. So there's a good 5 pages of information there if you really wanted it. And that's not necessarily about just villains, but any kind of non-player character or NPC. The Game Mastery's Book of Non-Player Characters also has random tables scattered throughout that cover wants and needs of any kind of NPC or non-player character. The Pathfinder First Edition Game Mastery Guide has a section on page 94, and it has a list of non-player character goals, and it's pretty extensive. Okay, so this is one of the aspects that you need to do. Having a tool that you can use, that you can port over when appropriate, is always useful. Okay, non-player character aspects. This is pretty much almost everything else that you need to deal with. So the depth of a non-player character is created by giving them a function. That might be a story function, but it might be just an occupation, a job within the adventure you're running. Personality traits, always useful. Ideals, bonds, flaws, sometimes even secrets. You don't have to have all of this, but sometimes it's nice to have a good chunk of this. You would probably need to have at least the function of your NPC and at least one personality trait, even if you leave out things like ideals, bonds, flaws, and secrets. Now, D&D Speak, the website, has a bunch of random tables for selecting or generating up to 100 different personality traits, villainous character traits, NPC jobs, and other aspects of any kind of NPC that you might want. The Spontaneous Dungeon Master companion on the DM's Guild website has a pretty good resource as well. The Game Master's Book of Random Encounters also has a table that covers this as well, and this is around secrets and obstacles and things like that for an NPC. And you'll find the same sort of thing exists in I'm going to mention the Game Master's Book of Non-Player Characters and Random Encounters quite a lot, but everything from secrets, obstacles, things that they might actually have on them, it covers a lot of the stuff. Equipment they might be carrying, very, very useful. Okay, A very easy way to develop any kind of non-player character and the aspects behind them is by selecting a background from the player's handbook for Dungeons & Dragons 5e that just simply fits the PC, or NPC in this case. And then you can randomly roll or select personality traits, ideals, bonds, flaws from the tables that are presented there. And of course, modification is always an aspect of that as well, right? Most player handbooks for D&D will have, somewhere in the vicinity of 12 different races and 12 different classes. So there you have an easy chance of just rolling a 12-sided dice, as one of our viewers, one of my subscribers and also a patron has pointed out. You roll a 12-sided dice and you could randomly determine these aspects of an NPC if you need to. You can also roll between 1 and 6 Rory story cubes that will assist in inspiring ideas from the images on those Rory story cubes, which are basically just dice, for making up your non-player character. It has pictures. You use this. I've talked about doing this before. The Pathfinder Game Mastery Guide has a bunch of information on NPCs, everything from the sorts of rewards you could get off them, secrets, occupations, personality characteristics, and even backgrounds. So a very good resource as well. Okay, so we've covered a lot of the meat and potatoes of your NPC. Now we have to deal with the non-player character appearance. What do they actually look like? What a non-player character looks like can really help define, at surface level at least, what they are like. It's not absolutely vital, but it's just very useful. If you don't have time to find a picture for a non-player character, then create one. Just to create an important physical characteristic. One physical characteristic that really stands out, write that down, okay? Something that makes them stand out from everything else. You can also go and check out D&D Speak. The website has random tables for selecting up to or generating up to 100 different physical traits or the actual appearance for a non-player character. If you have access to the internet, then you can find hundreds of non-player character portraits on Pinterest. But it's kind of like a trap. Anytime you go looking for images on the internet, you can get stuck. It sucks away a lot of time as you try looking for the perfect image for your NPC. My advice to you is if you're going to be using pictures off the internet, please don't just go with that. What you do is find the picture, then build the NPC based off the picture. Don't do it the other way around, which is build the NPC and then try and find a picture that fits your NPC. It's back to front. Okay, that will cause you a lot of wasted time. Pathfinder and similar role-playing games have decks of face cards. You actually get a deck of cards like playing cards, but they actually have portrait images on them. Very helpful, very useful, and you can use them for your non-player character portrait. Again, you're going to have the same problem finding that perfect picture. So if you're going to use a face card from a deck of some kind, start with the picture first and then write and develop the character from the picture, not the other way around. Drawing a picture of your non-player character might be an option if you feel confident in your drawing skills. Even using artificial intelligence. So Midjourney and other software packages can do a pretty good job. Their servers are actually pretty good at developing NPCs. You're not doing it for a publication, so with a few lines of text you can describe it and then get an image that might be reasonably useful at the other end. You can get some strange results sometimes, so you have to be a bit careful about what platform you're using and the sort of prompts that you put in. It might take a little bit of practice, but that's probably going to be faster than trying to look for the exact image on the internet if you've already built your NPC, which I don't recommend you do. Hero Forge, the miniatures customization website, is also a good place to make your NPC image and then screen capture it once you've done that. The problem is, and I'll say this right now, that making any kind of customized miniature on Hero Forge, even if it's going to represent an NPC for you, still takes a lot of time. You'll be sitting there for a while, rummaging through all the different options, trying to build it all up. So again, might be a problem. If you do not have enough time to do that, I would not suggest using that strategy. Okay, all right. Now we have to deal with the nuts and bolts of mathematics, the mathematical side of an NPC. Well, there is nothing quick about building a non-player character stat block for combat, so don't even bother thinking you can do it quickly. Okay, almost all role-playing games have creatures and monster books with generic stat blocks for commoners and combat NPCs. The Pathfinder's NPC Codex is just full of pre-made non-player character stat blocks. It's actually full of stat blocks as well. So if you're playing first edition Pathfinder, this is a resource you might find useful. D Hole's House website, that's DHOLE, House website, has a huge library full of free Call of Cthulhu non-player characters. That's the mathematics behind them, all the stats for them if you need them. The Donjon, or DONJON website, has a non-player character generator that also creates stat blocks for different game systems. And you'll also find that you can also generate, surprisingly with artificial intelligence can build stat blocks for you. There will be problems with them, there always is, but it's certainly an option if you wanted to consider it, and you need to do it quickly. Then you also have monster manuals and monster books and creature books and bestiaries, such as in Dungeons and Dragons 5e. They usually have a bunch of general stat block combatants for NPCs in the back there. You could also use something like, if you're playing D&D 5e, you could use sidekicks which have like medium stat block complexity. It's not like a full-blown character. It's a bit more trimmed down, but it's still got a fair amount of power. It can stand toe-to-toe with a player character to a certain degree. And you can find that information, if you're wanting the sidekicks information, in Tasha's Cauldron of Everything, but also in the Dungeons & Dragons Essentials kit for 5e. If you want more complex stat blocks for Dungeons & Dragons 5e and you need a tool, NPC generation can be used with a website called RPG Tinker. So it's RPG Tinker, Tinker, and that will actually build it for you to a certain degree. There's always going to be limitations on anything that you do when you're dealing with the math sides of things. Okay, I always like to cover some miscellaneous recommendations, so that's what we'll do today. A combination of all these methods and techniques can help with you struggling to deal with making your non-player characters. I would not just use one technique, I would use more than one technique. And you'll of course refine and make your own techniques as time goes by that suits your particular way of preparing for your game. If you don't get to use your non-player character, then save it for another time. Do not worry about it, okay? It is not lost information, it is not lost work. You can simply repurpose it for a later period in your campaign or the adventures or different adventures that you run. It's also possible that players will have their character kill your non-player character that you spent a lot of time working on. So don't invest too much time into your non-player characters. You don't know how long they will live, and you don't know what response you're necessarily going to get from your players. Will they like this NPC and try to make friends? Will they talk to them, or will they simply gut them and take all of their shit? There's always a problem when it comes to non-player characters. So bearing that in mind, don't get caught up in spending way too much time on something. You can actually build a basic structure for an NPC and then come back to it and build on more layers as you need to near the end. It's all about layering, making sure that you actually have the right level of complexity when you start out. As you use an NPC more and more, that NPC will probably get more complicated as you need to build out more aspects of it. Anyway, I want to thank my patrons who support me on Patreon. Thank you for doing so. You make it possible that this program continues. I'm hoping this was useful to you. Thank you for watching. And hey, till next time, keep rolling those 20s. And we're done. Okay, we've got some work to do. There's a few things that need to be dealt with today. So for those of you who are unaware, we have been building a villain's motivation table for a while now, and today is the day that we need to finish it. I think it's definitely necessary. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the table in its current state, and then I'm going to go back and we're going to see just my face, and I'm going to probably be working quite quickly because I want to get this done. I think we've spent at least two sessions, two live streams working on this project, and I would like it to finally be done so that I can put it up onto Patreon, and those of you who want to use it can finally use it. And yeah, that's the intention for today. So I believe we have in here, who do we have? We have Fred Huber, And we have Norok. Both are patrons. Thank you for being here. So anybody, you're all welcome to provide your ideas. I'm going to just go through the poll, the chat real quickly, but let's go down here first and put in this. What is a villain? Now, when I say villain, I do not mean monster. We have monster motivation tables. They are very different. I'm talking about a villain. I'm talking about your main villains. Okay. So what is a villain motivation? With tag name if possible. All right, so I'll put that in. Let's go through the chat and then I'll start pulling things out in a second. Let's get my phone up to date. I'm going to do my best to keep a track of the chat, but I'm not going to be able to respond to every single comment, people. I'm going to just get the work done today. Leon Gennett, it's been a while. Hello, welcome back. All right, so what do we got here? Describe your NPC in 2 or 3 words. Yes, I absolutely agree that if you can keep it short and sweet, it's always good. Absolutely. A list of 100 motivations sounds like a good side project for my free time. Yes, well, you've actually been working on it before in the past, Norok. Yeah, well, mine is incomplete too, but mine will become yours once we're finished. The villain seeks to create a garden for a rare plant. The plant is a parasite. Okay, all right, interesting. Cool, blimey. All right, so let's see. I might have to pull that out in a second. So let's just make sure I get this suggestion. Right, I'm just going to highlight that. And now let me share my screen so you can see what I'm looking at. I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to get rid of this. We need that table. That's what we want. Okay. And let's go over here. No. Ah, there you go. That's the one. Cool, cool, cool. Come on. Bring it up. Perfect. Here it is. This is the table that we've been working on, people. So 100 non-player character villain motives and goals. And we have a tag name, and as you can see, we've already built out a lot of this. I've tried to put it into alphabetical order as best I can. And so we have done a lot of the work. We are definitely beyond the 30 range. We're now in the 40 range. There's a bit of a space here. So I will eliminate a little bit of the space here because I think that's because of the fact that I didn't put these ones into order. And then we will whisper trinket. Yeah, so these ones here also need to be put into order. So there's a bit of a space there. So there's a few there I'll shift around very shortly. And then we continue on, and as you can see, we're actually not that far off. There's a lot that need tag names to things. I'm going to move these around. I'm not going to worry about tagging names, tagging things today so much. I feel like that's something we can do near the end because it's a lot easier. But what I'm going to do is I'm not going to show the screen. I am going to go straight into just pulling your ideas, chucking them in here and moving things around as quickly as I can. And generally just talking to the chat. I think that's probably the easiest way to deal with this. Okay. Final rest needs something done to be released from undead. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's start working on this, shall we? Since it hasn't been finished and it needs to be. So I'm going to let you guys put your ideas in. I am going to shuffle things around and put things into order because there are a few things that need to be shifted. So I'll do that now while you're coming up with some ideas. Okay, sacrificial fanatic. We'll grab this one and cut. Sack. Here it goes here. So the reason for putting it to alphabetical order is obviously so that we don't repeat ourselves too many times, and I can see what needs to go where. So let's take this one, cut it. It's in the PA. Where am I putting PA? PM. Got to be after here. PA. Drop this in. So like so. The Mad Hatter. This is obviously a dig at me. For those of you who are wondering what the hell is that doing there, it's someone's got a sense of humour, that's what that's all about. So we'll drop that in. There we go. Next, mimic merchant. So I'll grab this one. Mimic merchant, mimic merchant, mimic, mim in. So that's going to go here. Mimic merchant. Okay, next. Tax collector. All right, so we'll grab the tax collector one. Cut. And TTTT, tax collector, tax T, this one here. All right. For those of you who are wondering what the deal is going, why am I doing it this way? There's a reason, because I actually already have 100 villain motivations. It's just not on this document, but we're still going to use this document. Okay, so I actually have all the answers that I require. For those of you who are wondering, so it's pretty much guaranteed it's getting finished today. Megalomaniac, meg. Here, it should be going about right there. Megalomaniac, and paste. Okay, how are we doing here? You forgot about this one. It's because we've been working on it for so long, and it's taken us so long to get it done, and I forgot about it too. You're not the only one who thought, well, oh, okay. I had forgotten completely about it as well. So this is why I am deciding it needs to be finished and made available to you so you can use it. Medusa marketer, let's go. Medusa, M for Medusa, mid. It's got to be about there, wouldn't it? Medusa. All right. Hat goes off. Hat comes off. Let's just get this done. All right. There we go. Medusa. Next. We can get some of these out of the way. We don't need all that there. Pyromant. Yes. Yep. Burning the world. We want that one. Pyro. P. Pyro. Lemon and pyro. Something you probably have no idea what I'm talking about unless you come from New Zealand. It's called LMP. Resource monopolizer. Okay, so let's grab this one. Resource monopolizer. Resource. Why can't I get that into my head? Resource. Because it should be going about here. Kill the king, queen, military leader, genocide, something. I don't know why I said it. Why is it genocide? I have a question mark on that one. Let's put there. All right. To another plane. World allow its master minions. Oh, okay, interesting. All right. Sorry about that, people. I'm gonna not look at the chat so much. I'm gonna just get the work done. Okay. I'll come back to the chat very shortly. So, what the hell did I call? What was that called? I wasn't paying attention, was I? Paste. Tabella restarting it wiped out. Tabella. I don't even remember what the heck that's supposed to mean. Okay. All right, let's keep going. It's not very clear. It's not very clear. Okay, opportunist. Let's grab this one. It's OP. Cut. Opportunist OOO. MNOP. OP. Okay, should be there. All right, cool. Where else? Vengeance. All right, we are going to grab this. Copy that. Vengeance. V. Where are we? Vengeance. I need a V. Why can't I? Oh, I can't remember. I'm putting it in the wrong place. That's why. V. STUV. So V goes there, right there. Okay. We'll paste this. Vengeance. Those are tagged, so we'll just put them together for now. Pretender. We'll grab this one. Cut this. P for pretender. P, 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 P. I'm the great pretender. Can't sing on YouTube. Forget about that. Not that you really want to hear that. You didn't show up for me to start singing, did you? It would probably surprise a few of you that I love movies, but I have a huge thing for musicals. No, I'm not homosexual, okay, but I do love musicals. It's just one of those things. I've always found them very appealing. and then of course the other factor is when somebody said, "Oh, Bollywood is like the Indian Hollywood is like they put out a lot of musicals," that I actually quite like them. So, dear. My biggest issue is I don't speak any of the languages from India, so that doesn't help me, does it? Militant atheist. Okay, mill. It's like, where's the mill going to go? M, mill. It's got to be after this one. M. No, it's going to be right in here. Mill. There we go. Militant. I can see people are throwing out heaps of ideas. Oh my. I'm going to have a lot of fun trying to keep up with all of that later on. Don't you worry. Okay, so let's see. Misunderstood prophecy. Let's grab this. Let's go here. Cut. Misunderstood. Misunderstood. It should be there. Okay. Misunderstood. Okay. Right. So the tag names for each of these are really there to help you give you like a word or two words that help identify the motivation. So as you're looking through the table, it's more useful to you. Serial killer is another one that's actually got a tag in it, so we'll grab that. Cut serial killer. Cereal, because they like eating cereal. And put that in here. Okay. And the paster. All right. So that means if I look at this table, the table is mostly done up to 69, which means we need 30 more, which we do actually have a few, so that's not a problem. Again, not to concern yourself at all, because I actually have I have 100 of these sitting ready to go. So we're going to put these all together. These all need to be tagged. And you've got a whole lot of ideas that have already been chucked into the chat. So we're probably going to use that as well. Okay. All right. So that's our document, mostly organized, ready to go, to plonk all your ideas in. Hello, Phil. How are you doing? Hello, Pale Rider. How are you going? I see there's heaps of ideas going on. Taking a drink. Big deep breath. And now I'm going to hide this, because this is going to get messy. So I don't want you to see me doing the messy bit. I will bring you back to that screen a little bit later, okay? Instead, Fred is going to port across as many of your ideas as he possibly can and put them into order quickly. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, right. Keep going, people. Keep going. Far away. And actually, can I just copy and paste this? I'll just put this down here again and tag it again. You're painting page art like usual. Of course you are, Phil. Dinner time. Be right back. Don't need a rush. Go get your food. Got to eat. The sun will come down, come out tomorrow. The villain seeks to destroy the existence of darkness and all who live in it. Musically inspired. I know I need to scroll up. But if I start at the top, should I start at the top? No, I could probably start at the top. I'll start at the top. I'll start at the top. It's not like you guys have pumped in that many. I mean, I should be able to get this done, right? The villain seeks to create a garden of rare plants. The plants are parasitic and live in fertilizer, aka people. Okay, all right. Let's do that. That's weird. What do we call that though? That's the question. Is what do we call something like that? The gardener? I feel like it's the gardener. I can't think of any other name to give it but gardener. So we're going to call it the gardener. How's that sound? Gardener. Gardener. Yeah, all right, let's drop this in here. Let's get rid of this. So the villain seeks to create a garden for a rare plant. Plant that is fertilized. Oh, come on. Really? Fertilized with human remains. Lovely. Just what we wanted. Didn't we want that? Of course we did. All right, so I've got the first one down. The Lich, made using my failed clone idea, is actually wanting to be destroyed, so he does evil to attract adventurers, but is afraid to die, so he fights. It is complicated as heck. There, Fred Huber. You suicidal. I think that's really what we're looking at here. You want us to give us a motivation that's suicidal. Okay. The classic suicidal villain. Well, let's just take the word suicidal, shall we? And just put suicidal in there. I think that's the suicidal. Sue me nose. Okay, there we go. Drop this down. Suicidal. And without formatting, we'll go suicidal. We need, oops, let's not do that. And then push this across. And then, of course, the word suicidal would be, come on, paste it. Okay. This is weird. Okay, here we go. Villain is deeply unhappy or depressed and trying to kill themselves. And trying to get themselves killed. That'll do. Thank you. We got suicidal, Fred. Okay. CNC character generator sounds like it would would yield good results. Yes, I've tried it out in Norok. The Call of Cthulhu character generator works pretty well. Players have the PCs kill all of the NPCs. There's always a witness as PCs kill. I don't know what we're talking about there. Okay, moving on. The villain seeks to create the perfect organism. Oh, it's the Aryan race thing. It's the perfect creation. They abduct many different creatures and humanoids in order to harvest their traits. Okay. Yeah. This is very Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Would that be correct? I think it is. So P for perfect. Perfect. So perfect creation. Let's put this in. And the villain seeks to create the perfect organism. They abduct many different creatures and humanoids in order to harvest their traits and abilities. Yep. It's kind of like Frankenstein, but Frankenstein is not really... I think we have a Frankenstein here. Yep, Frankenstein experimenting on animals and humans to create the perfect being, but breaches moral codes. We actually have that already. Perfect being or perfect creation is not needed because we actually have it. We just called it Frankenstein. Ah, okay. There's going to be a lot of repeating here, people, because it's been a while since we did this. Villain seek the perfect hat. Screw the perfect hat. We've got the hat one already, okay? Not doing another one. I made a list of NPCs and villains' motivations a long time ago. Lately, I just use my players' dead character backstories since some of them are outright villains or neutral. Well, that's an interesting concept. I hadn't realised that. Final rest. Needs something done to be released from undeath. I like this. Final rest. Fred, that's good. Like it. Let's take final rest. Final. Fine. Can Fred actually spell? Let me try that again. Final rest. And the villain needs something done to be released from undeath. I like it. This is very much the haunted ghost concept, right? Tag name forgotten. Okay, here we go. The villain wants to be unknown and will kill anything that knows it's forgotten. Okay. All right, we've got yours. We'll grab this. Put a tag name. It's forgotten. Forgotten. For. There. It should live there. Forgotten. And we will paste it. The villain wants to remain hidden, and will call anything that knows it exists. Wants to remain unknown. I guess that's fair enough. Remain, yeah, unknown, and we'll call anything that knows it exists. Yep, good, got it. Nice. Next, coming down the list. Pale Rider. Villain wants to open a portal to another plane world to allow its master's minions into this world. Very traditional. Okay, we don't have a tag for it, so I'll put it in the untagged section. It's the non-tagged area. We'll non-tag it. Okay, I don't know what I'm going to pull this here. Villain. Oh, come on, Fred. Get it right. Press the right button. Okay. I want to open a portal to another plane or world. Portal to another plane world. Let's just do that. To allow its master's minions into this world. Okay. All right. Very traditional. Got to have it at some point, right? Next. Going through here. Reverse was my twisted idea. End up, down, water dry. Yeah, I believe you. Villain is an agent of chaos, the Joker type. Yes. Okay, I get it. Villain wants to wake free the old gods, primordials. Okay, so we'll grab this. This is untitled, so we'll grab this and copy it for now. Oh, I'm not that far off from where you guys are up to, so that's always good. Which means might wind up just doing a lot of tagging next. You never know. Villain, the villain. And the villain. Okay. All right. Good ideas, guys. Okay, the villain wants to steal all the... Oh, good lord. Nice, Pale Rider, but I'm not putting it in. Narcissist. Do we have narcissist? We should have something narcissist in here, right? Because you couldn't not have narcissist. Oh, look at that. We literally are missing narcissist. Wants all to look upon them and despair if they are not good looking. Snow White. Yes, absolutely, the evil queen. Yeah. Let's put that. Narcissist. N. LMN. We have no N's, so we'll put it in here like so. For those of you who are wondering how close are we to finishing, you'll find out soon enough. Narcissist. The villain. Once okay, the villain wants everyone to love them and despair. Once. Okay. Okay, we've got that. Next. Cosmos. The villain seeks to conquer the entire universe. I think we have something like that. I think Conqueror has got to be here already. I'm sure of it. Colonizer, collector, conqueror. They want to dominate the world or galaxy. Here we go. We already had it. I'm just adding it in. It's done. Sweet. Confirmed. Yes. What? Look, I'm going to say it now. Grease is not my favorite movie. As a musical, it's not my favorite movie. Okay. I'm more of a... I really like the old Fred Astaire movies, and I know that's humorous in many respects, since my name is Fred, but I did like the old Fred Astaire movies. But one of my favourite movies is Footloose, and almost love all of the Disney movies because there's usually a musical number. All the animated stuff is great. Oklahoma. Yes. Yeah. Okay. The sun will come out tomorrow, and the villain seeks to destroy the existence of darkness. Okay. So we're taking this one, musically inspired. Yeah. Let's keep rocking. What the hell is that going to be called? What will you tag that as in? I don't know. I think it's an untagged. It's an untagged one, right? It really is. It's untagged. I don't know what do you call it at this present time. So we'll just put this down as an untagged one and paste like so. The villain seeks to destroy the... Yes. We've got that one down and moving along. Rocking like a donkey. Metalhead. Oh, here, what do you got? The villain seeks to play music so badass it kills all who hear it. Why not? I love the idea of their heads exploding. Metalhead. Man, that's quite good. Metalhead. Here we go. Let's put this in here. And if I go down a bit, along a bit, over here a bit, we've got it. Sweet. Killed by Music, which is led by Protect Angel, actually Asmodeus or similar. I am lost. Okay. Soul Charger. The villain seeks to harvest souls in order to power an artifact. Now, I feel like this is often something that people always give me as a suggestion, so I'm thinking we might already have this one, but let's go Soul Charger and see if we... It's probably be called Soul Harvester or something like that, wouldn't it? S. Do we have one? No. So... OP. We have the slaver. We have this. Okay, right. Let's put this in. Soul Charger. Why are we calling? Oh, Soul Charger. I see what they're trying to do. I see what you're trying to do. This seeks to harvest souls in order to power an artifact. Okay, sweet. Got it. Down. Done. Once all scrolls and books that they do not own the rights to destroyed, so they can claim authorship. Oh, plagiarizer. You've got to be kidding. Fred, I'll take it though. I'll put the plagiarizer in there. The plagiarizer. And let's get rid of the plagiarizer is ChatGPT. For those of you who haven't figured out the joke, that is probably what Fred is referring to. Plagiarizer. And I want plagiarism. And just call it plagiarism. Okay. All the scrolls and books. They do not own the rights to destroy, so they can claim authorship. Dear. Cold. The villain seeks to bring about an endless winter. Oh. Okay, Norok, we've got this. This is basically the White Witch, isn't it? From Narnia. Cold. Cooled. Now, the question is where does it sit? It sits about there. Cooled. No. Yes. Press that button. It seeks to bring about an endless winter. Yeah. Okay. Nice. Villain wants, pirate wants to steal a bounty. Bounty? I think we have greed already. I'm pretty sure we would have greed by now. Grandiose, glutton, grifter, greed. Or maybe we don't have something. I think that's what you're dealing with here is greed, right? Advertiser. The villain seeks to interrupt all bards with tenuous ads. You're referring to the barrage of advertising on a live stream on my channel. I'm going to say it right now, people. I know it can piss you off. I totally get it. But the reality is my channel was dying completely. At least YouTube is putting my live streams forward to people now. They weren't really doing that before. So for the sake of keeping the channel in existence, I will live with it if you can live with it. Anyway, advertiser. We'll put it in there. Advertiser. Add. Ambition. Advertiser. Right. The villain seeks to interrupt all bards with tenuous ads. Seeks to, what's the word? Swamp swamp the world with commercial promotions. All right, I put it in. Sponsors welcome. Dear. Tag for Sun will come out tomorrow in Enlightener. Oh, okay. Tag for Sun will come out tomorrow. Oh, Enlightener. Do you reckon it would be called the Enlightener? I don't know about that. Enlightener. Well, that's not. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. But okay, nice try. God want to be gold to become a god at all costs. Okay, all right. So G for God. G grandiose God. Good. LMNOP. Good. OP. Okay. Let's do this. God. Just put God, I guess. Goal. The villain's goal is to become a god at all costs. Bingo. I'll just put godling. Is there such a thing? Is godling actually a word? Godling. It is a godling. There is a word called godling. Maha. Dryad slaver wants to enslave dryads to become to control the forest. We've already got slaver, so I think we'll leave that one on. Anyway, there are 3 easy ways to end ads on YouTube. One is to pay YouTube. Yes, the premium version. I'm not allowed to tell the others. That's fine. That's fine. Hello, Shona81. Dream dealer. The villain seeks to create a new drug made from the brains of happy creatures. That is some sick stuff, Norok. We'll grab that. You got a bail, Phil? No problems. You all good. I'll see you later. Dream dealer. Dream dealer. D. Dream. Come on. Dreaming of a white Christmas. Paste. There. Okay, the villain seeks to create a new drug made from the brains of happy creatures. As you do. Anyway, greed. Do I have greed? I don't have greed. We should have greed. Let's have greed. The villain desires to acquire as much wealth as possible. Well, that's a very real life motivation, isn't it? Greed. Okay. Next. Mimic herder. The villain travels with a group of mimics and feeds them lone travelers. The mimics are disguised as a caravan. Hang on. Don't we have mimic something already? Mimic merchant. We've got something like that already. Mimic merchant. You want to call it mimic herder? Travels in groups of mimics and feeds. Okay. All right. Hero hunter likes to hunt heroes that have gained a certain level of fame. Ooh, that's interesting. Let's take that one. Hero hunter. Hero. Now I've got to remember where H is in the alphabet. Okay, hero. Hero. Sorry, people. Hero. Here we go. It goes there. Hero. Hero hunter. The villain likes to hunt heroes that have gained a certain level of fame. Yes, let us do that. Let us wipe them out, clean them from the world. I hate to say it, but 3 more and we're pretty much done. A weird AI causes all songs to be rewritten into parodies insulted to the monarchy. No. I'm not putting that down. Strives to stop all now you're playing with me. Okay. All right. So now we've got to deal with filling in the gaps. Okay, so do we have something like cult leader? Do we have cult leader? We only need 3 more. 3 more, and then just tag and put some tags on stuff, and we're done. We don't really have cult leader, do we? Cult. Is it cute leader? Cute leader. Culinary curse cult. I think it's going to go there. Yep. Cult leader. All right, let's do a cult leader. Let me put this in, and then I will give you a quick look at the updated document, and then we're going to continue on our merry way. And okay. The villain leads a destructive, manipulative cult that worships an evil god. Evil being. Doesn't have to be a god. Let's make it a being. That leads a... Yeah, okay. All right, let's truck on over just for a second. And I will mark my position so I know where I'm up to. Once... Okay. Let's just grab this, copy, and down. Paste. 3 more. 3 more. Let me just show you what we have, and you'll get an idea of where we're up to. So let me see if just pop that there, click this button here, and there we go. All right, so scrolling through, you can see we have a few. There's some with some question marks beside them. We sort of have to, I will probably have to deal with. The caffeine converter. The villain seeks to consume all caffeine in the world. I'm kind of all right with that. Converter. The cannibalistic. Eat all the members of a specific species or race. Cannibalistic. We're just going to call it cannibalistic. Okay. So we're going down. We've got quite a few. You can see we don't have gaps. There's a few with question marks, but we'll get back to them. This one here is a little on the odd side. I don't think we quite got that sorted out, but I'll just highlight it. So remember I have to come back to it because it's a bit of a mess. Okay. Okay, and then we have 3 in the space, and then there's some tagging to be done, and then we should have what we need. Like, done. Wouldn't that be good? if it was actually finished and completed today. That's asking a lot, isn't it? It's asking a lot, but the reality is we are so close to being finished. Oh, actually, we need a total of 2, not 3, just 2. 2 more, and we're good to go. Do some tagging. The table is done. Okay, let's have a look. What have you got for us? Optimist wants all to have bad visions so he can sell glasses to them. Optometrist, are you kidding? No, you're not. Warlock, agent strives to push the evil plans of their master. Okay, all right. Human, the villain is willing to do anything to survive and thrive. Human, okay. I think that's survivor. I think that's more survivor. Really? Let's call that survivor rather than calling it human. You're gonna get me into a lot of trouble. I get myself into enough trouble as it is. Survivor. Okay. Yes. Let's put it in here. Jeez. Survivor. That didn't work. Why didn't it? Because I didn't spell it right. That's why. And the villain is willing to do anything to survive and thrive. Right. Done. That's that one. What else we got here? Kills for money. Assassin. Kills for money. Okay. All right. So that would be under assassin. Do we have assassin already? That'll be a good question. Assassin, kill, villain, will kill anyone for money. We've got that already. We've got it. Micromanages the populace and constantly rewriting history. Well, Leon Gannett, you're welcome back. Right now we have people coming up with ideas, and I think we may be running out of ideas. I get a distinct feeling that we're now heading into the silly regions. So we're gonna jump back to here. Yep, I'm gonna jump back to here, and I'm gonna keep looking. I'll chuck in some of my own. That might be an idea. Revise history. We've already got something somebody already mentioned something like that. So let's leave that alone. Okay, what else have we got here? Fear of exposure, fear of failure. That's fear failure, overwhelming fear of failure and inadequacy. Ooh, okay. I kind of like that one. It's not strong as an idea, but it's all right. Punishment, fear of being, they're afraid of being punished for past actions. That I like more. That I like a lot more. Let's do something like this. Fear punishment. That's what we'll put in there. Because we don't actually have, I don't think we've got anything that states that fear. Fear is not something we have listed down as a villain motive, which is kind of interesting. Okay, the villain is afraid of being punished for past actions. Okay, that I believe gives us pretty close to what we needed to have, which means it's tag and time. Tag and bag. Tag and bag time. wants to knock off the world off its axis. Oh my gosh! Look, I told you, paranoid. If they are really committed to me, it's just preparing. Yeah, all right. So let me share that, and let's tag these. Let's tag the rest of these things, because I think that's probably the best way to go from this point on. Is like if we tag them, it's mostly done. Okay, so I'm going to give you the screen so you can see what needs to be tagged, like so, and we'll shift you over so you can see that scene. If I can just find it, tag, press the right button. Okay, so I'm not going to change the numbers. I'm just going to fill in the tags that you're going to give me. You can see it. Hopefully it's big enough so you can read it. And I would normally run away, of course, and then go use the toilet because it's top of the hour. It's well and truly past top of the hour. But I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to give you, I would normally give you Arnold Schwarzenegger and says, I'll be back. But I'm not going to be doing that. Instead, I'm going to write I'll be back in the chat, and I'm going to get you to tag it. Tag those suckers. Come up with an idea for them. That is what we're going to work with. So, hashtag. Please come up with tag names for motives 88 to 101. I will be back in 5 minutes. All right. I will leave you to come up with some ideas. Is 88 too dark? Eradicate all the homeless. Do I consider it too dark? I think the idea of eliminating, so for example, I would certainly say that eliminating an entire species or race is just as dark as something as eradicating all the homeless, which is of course appalling as a motive, but so is wiping out a whole species or race. So I don't think that it's any worse. If you have concerns about it, my suggestion when it goes up onto Patreon is remove it from the list. Yeah, I'm fine with it staying there because I think it's a despicable motive, and it's the sort of thing that you would actually see in real life. Like that's literally what people might actually try to do, and I consider that something we don't want to be happening. If we can get player characters to be fighting a villain that's trying to do that in a game, that's good. It gives them practice for real life. Anyway, I'll be back. I'm coming back into the seat, people. Let's see what you guys have come up with. I'm looking at my phone, and I can't use my glasses if I'm using the phone. It's just not going to work. So I'm going to leave the screen up for you so you can see what's going on, and I'll go through here. Wealth distributor, 92. Somebody had Robin Hood, 92. What is 92? Steals from the rich to give to the poor. Oh, yeah, I say, yeah. Wealth distributor, Robin Hood. Do you know, I spend a lot of time with people out of corrections, and they always view themselves as like Robin Hood, stealing from the rich and giving to the poor, and they're poor. That's how they view it. So we'll call it wealth distributor, because let's get real. Wealth distributor. So we've got that one. Okay. 98. Batman, a vigilante that fights injustice by breaking the law. No, we're not going to call it Batman. I'm not going to call it Batman. You have to come up with something else. What else we got here? 69. Satur or Hellhaven. What's 96? Villain turning material plane into world of fire. Oh, okay. All right, so let's have a look at this. Hellhaven. Hellhaven, villain turning material plane into... Okay, yep, got it. Bad Breaker. What's Bad Breaker? Would be what? 98. The Punisher. Pale Rider. I think you've sold me. We're not going to go the Punisher, but Punisher, I like that. Punisher. Punisher. A vigilante that fights injustice by breaking the law. Punisher. Good. Nice job. I'm impressed. What else we got here? 99. Foothold Soldier. Foothold Soldier. I'm going to put a question mark. Hellhaven. I'm not completely sold on that, but it's not bad. Foothold Soldier. What is 99? A villain wants to open a portal to another world to allow its master's minions into the world. Foothold Soldier. Okay. The villain wants to open a portal to another world. The villain wants to open a portal to another world. I don't even like this too much. The villain wants to open a portal to another world. Portal to another world for an invasion force. I think that's what I'm going to call it. I think that's the best way to go about it. So we'll put that there, and then we're going to call it a foothold. I think we'll go... Spectral Malediction. Templar. Interesting. Conqueror, Invader. We'll just call it Invader. Portal Invader. Portal Invader's fine. Yeah, let's do that. Portal Invader. That does that. Good. Nice. Where's this noise coming from my phone? Go. Beacon of the Forgotten. I don't know what that's all about. Templar, 93. A wager to corrupt holy or good people. So, the villain has a wager to corrupt holy or good people. Why would we call it Templar, though? Beacon of the Forgotten is 100. To wake free the old gods and primordials. Beacon of the Forgotten. It's too long. You've got to shorten it a little bit, I think. It's got to be a little bit shorter. Templar. Why the word Templar? I'm curious as to why you think that would make sense. Why is Templar the word to go for? Templar, define. A poor fellow soldier of Christ and Templar, who are known as the Knights Templar, a military order, and one of the wealthiest and most popular military orders. Define. A member of Knights of Templar. I'm not sold on it. It doesn't, I don't see it. Morning Star, Lightbringer, Lucifer. The villain seeks to destroy the existence of light and all. Okay, alright. Destroy the existence of darkness and all who live in it. Is this a villain or is this a is this a goodie? Temptation. I think the word temptation makes much more sense, though. Tempter. Is that why you had tempter? Tempter, not Templar, tempter. Yeah, okay, no, I see it. I understand where you're going with this, Nora. I obviously completely shot off the top of my head and didn't really understand what you were trying to do there. Morning Star, Lucifer. I don't understand that one, Lucifer. I don't get it at all. 100 Beacon of Forgotten. Beacon of the Forgotten. I am lost on why we wanted to do that. Okay, alright, let's keep... No, wealth distributor. Let's keep going. Bloody Mary. Oh, yeah, okay, 97. Malevolent Ghost who comes back to paint the town red. Kari would also be appropriate, I suppose. Let's really, I think that is poltergeist, isn't it? It's poltergeist. It almost feels like poltergeist, but that's it's not really describing what you're trying to do. Defamation, 89. Frame an important political. Oh, okay, yes. I think, yep, that makes sense, yeah. Defamation. Wants to frame an important. Yep, I absolutely agree with that one. Mudslinger. Hood. Okay, all right. 95. Portent. Deceiver, 93. Tempter. Actually, I like the word deceiver more Pale Rider. I think that's actually quite good. Deceiver. Perfect. Much better. Good one. Nice job. Like it. Mudslinger, Portent. And that is 95. What is 95? The villain has seen the future and is trying to counteract or even an even worse future. Oh, okay. Well, let's Portent. What is portent? A sign or warning that a momentous or catastrophic event is likely to happen. An exceptional, wonderful person or thing. I mean, this is Thanos, basically, isn't it? Portent. Yeah, I agree. I think portent makes sense. Portent. So, we've got a few done. A drink of water. Oh, I've run out of water in there. Oh, no water in there. Oh, there is a bit. Not a lot. I'll drink it. Oh, I need more. It's not enough. Okay, all right, so let's grab some more water. And opportunist, 94. Buying up dead adventurous gear in estate sales. Opportunist, I think that's pretty good, Leon Gannett. Not bad. Pretty good. I think that's quite good, actually. Let's was it ants in there? Not anymore. It's called protein. Okay. So yes, I drink my water with ants. Or is it? No, I think it was a midge. It's one of those little flies. It's heading into summer people here in New Zealand, and so lots of little bugs and insects are everywhere. Opportunist. Yeah, I'm not really too sure, but anyway, let's get opportunist in there. 94. I think that's a good idea. Deceiver. Why have I got that wrong? Okay, well, there we go. All right. Oh. Okay. Opportunist. Tunist. So let's go. The villain is buying up and estate sales. Sweet. How many more have we got to do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 more to actually label, and that's it. So now it's just about. I'll have to use my brain as well. I'm in a hot room, so it'll be interesting how that works out. Force others to suffer as they have. Well, vengeance, that's revenge, isn't it? Really, that's... What's another word? Because we're bound to have another. I mean, vengeance, I'm pretty sure we've got vengeance already there. It's something else, isn't it? When somebody else... Okay, what's a word? Forcing others to suffer as they have. Copy. Let's see if we can find a word that's sort of around that. And paste. Okay. What is the word for wanting others to suffer? That's actually a good point. Ooh, okay. Sadism. Sadist. I think that's the word we want. Sadist. It is a sadist, isn't it? Sadist. Sadism, sadist. Yeah, it'll be sadist. Sadist, the villain. The villain forces others to suffer as they have. Sadist. Okay, cool. 88, street sweeper. 88. Street sweeper. It's very appropriate. It's very appropriate. It's horrible, but it's very appropriate. It does sound good, doesn't it? Sounds too good, actually. But anyway. The villain eradicates all the homeless. I want to add something else to that statement, because there's always some sick rationale to this, isn't it? And I feel like this sentence isn't quite enough. I mean, this is a really bad motivation. The villain eradicates all the homeless, believing they are worthless. And that is really the crux of it, isn't it? So that works well. Okay, oust a guildmaster as they are promoted to the role. Oh, okay. So I'm not too sure. I'm really not too sure about even that particular goal. I mean, it's all. I suppose it's all right. A malevolent ghost who comes back to. I don't know. I don't know about those last four that need to be filled out. I'm not really sold on them at all. I'm inclined to drop in these other things here and move things around a little bit, just because of that. I'm not a huge fan of these ones. 10, believer. 100, believer. The villain wants to wake free the old gods. Yeah. The villain wants to wake free the old gods. Gods because the world needs them. The villain wants to wake free the old gods, primordials. Yeah, the crux of it. I still think that it's. Was to wake or free the old gods, primordials, because the world needs them to set things right. I think that's not too bad. That's actually all right. It works out. Hello, Jay. How are you? Can we have a villain that steals from the poor to give to the rich? We've already got that. It's already there. It's done. Dark Devourer. Oh, okay. You guys are doing really well. Yeah, believer. Believer. We've got that one. 100. Dark Devourer. The villain seeks to destroy the existence of darkness and all who live in it. Okay. I am confused as to why it's darkness and not the light. I feel like it should be called Light Devourer, not Darkness Devourer. Okay. The villain seeks to destroy the existence of of light and all who live in it. Let's call it this. I think it needs to be the reverse. I don't understand it the way it is. Light Devourer. I think that's better. I think that works a lot better. It was Ghostbusters. Oh, was it? 97. Malevolent goes to... Oh, here we go. Goalless Revenant. Actually, the word Revenant is enough. I think Revenant works. We know what a Revenant is. It is an undead, vengeful spirit, and that is pretty much what we're dealing with here. Revenant. Why did I just spell it wrong? Because I'm an idiot. Let's just try that again. Revenant. So Revenant is done. I hate 91. I'm going to say it now. I don't like 91. I feel like I need to replace it with something else. And yeah, and then move all this stuff around. The villain wants to turn the material plane into a world of fire. I'm fine with that. That's Hellhaven, Hell Creator. Hell Creator. I think that's better. That works better, for sure. Takeover. Yes, it would be. Oh yeah, takeover. Takeover. Villain ousts a guildmaster so they are promoted to the role. Yes. Ousts. Hello Bob, how are you doing? Now let's see if I can get your name right. J Sanudo. Good Lord, I hope I've got that name right. J Sanudo. You're gonna have to let me know if I got it wrong, okay? Bob, Fred, is it worth buying all of the print-on-demand BECME books or just the one e-book if I wanted to get into OSE? Well, Old School Essentials is different to BECME. I'm going to say right now that Old School Essentials is supposed to be organized to make it easier to get around things. No, you can be off topic. It's all right. I mean, the reality is, Bob, I'm going to be talking about this topic in about 2 days anyway. So, you know, I'm not sure that I can answer that question. I got it right? Blimey, I'm amazed that I did. I usually balls it up really badly. Anyway, so let me see. Bob, I can't answer that question for you. All I can say to you is that I know that the Rules Cyclopedia, which I have a physical copy, but I had to get it printed because there's no actual print copy. It's actually that book was sent to me by Wally DM, and he got the digital copy turned into a hardcover book and sent to me, which I thought was amazing. And that has all of the different BECME rules from various books. I was looking through it, and much to my surprise, I noticed that, oh, there's a whole lot of stuff here that isn't some of the other box sets that came out for BECME. So it's all of the basic BECME stuff compiled. The Right Rules Cyclopedia is probably a better way to go. So, I mean, that's my first instinct. But I'm not an expert in the field. I am only talking about it as much as I possibly can. And yeah. Oh, I almost forgot. Any of you like Dungeon Crawl Classics? Because it sounds to me like, no, not confirmed yet, but it sounds to me like Jordan, the PH is silent, might be running us through Dungeon Crawl Classics as part of the Game Master Roundtable at some point. So that might be fun. I'm sure it will. I've never had Jordan as my dungeon master before, so it would be a new experience for me for sure. Absolutely. I really didn't expect him to respond. I should know that he would because he loves Dungeon Crawl Classics. But it's your favourite system, Bob? Well, it looks like the end of November we might be doing that. Not confirmed yet, but give it some time. The Killer of the Darkness reminds me of the story in the Dragonlance where the old cleric became so intolerant of anything except. Oh, I see. I was actually thinking of that as the light devourer. It reminded me of the Nothing from the Never-Ending Story. That's actually what I was thinking of. Oust. It's oust. Ousts. I don't know how to spell. How do you spell oust? Is that how you spell ousts? Is it even a word? It probably isn't a word, right? That'll be the problem. Is oust won't be spelt that way, or is it a North American word and not actually used? Ousts. Ousts. Drive out or expel. Oust. Ousts. So ousts is a word. This doesn't recognise it. With no comma, ousts is no longer a problem. There we go. That solved that problem. Okay. If you get the Rule Cyclopedia, do a quick search on the material left out and mistakes in the book. Yes. Destroy darkness or light. Both come at catastrophe. So let's reposition everything because I haven't done that. And I think that will make it. That will mean that was essentially the end of this task. Street sweeper, which is awful as a motivation. Street sweeper. P. It goes in here, doesn't it? Oh, I can hear the cats. They had a bit of a clash. Clash of the cats. Deformation. Deformation. Def. Oh, it should be right about here, I think. Deformation. And light devourer. Let's grab this one. Cut. L for light. This is going to go here. I don't want that going to be no space, please. Okay. Sadist. Let's grab you. S. Sade. There. It should be there. Right there. Cool. Sadist. Takeover, which is starting with a T. Cut. Take. Tax. I just think it should be there. Takeover. Why is this look different to the rest? Oh, it's a different type. Oh, okay. And that is Arial. Oh, that one sentence is weird. All right, okay. Arial, 11. Fixed. Okay, cool. Wealth distributor. Well, yes. Let's grab this. cut it, and it should be here, shouldn't it? And paste there. Deceiver, grab that, cut, deceiver, and the great deceiver. My DC. I think it's supposed to be here, deceiver. All right, deceiver. What do you got here? I was gonna buy every book on drive-through and BeckMe. It's just under 500 for all hardcovers and adventures. Just wanted to make sure it's worth getting both systems. I could not answer that question, Bob. It would be beyond me to be able to make that assessment. I really couldn't answer that. It's not something I would really know that much about. Genocide. Why am I regicide? Okay, kill the queen and military leaders. Okay. Now I understand what that's supposed to be. I never get it. It's not military noble. Nobility. I think that's what we're trying to do. Okay, that one there. So I can take that yellow off now, and that makes more sense, doesn't it? Perfect. Good. Next, opportunist. Opportunist. Grab this. Opportunist. Cut. Op. We've got one opportunity. I think we've got two that are the same. Okay, the villain is buying up dead. That's not going to work. We've got two that are too similar. Hello, Agile Monk. How are you doing, John? How are you? Hopefully you're feeling better, dealing with life and all its kinks and bumps and so forth. Faction leader, not a bad idea. Takeover faction leader. So this is a problem. This isn't going to work. This is not going to work. So we have to highlight that. And I'm running out of time. No. Okay, so let me do this. Agile Monk, thank you very much for the $10 super sticker. I really do appreciate it. Thank you. When I'd go with the BeckMe. Send some love. But recovering? Good. You are recovering? It's very simple with less options as written. I love the system. Advanced Dungeons & Dragons First Edition was more options, but it is easy to just not use some of the options, simplify it. Yep. Cool. I'm glad that things are working a bit better for you. Okay, so how am I going to deal with this? So I'm getting distracted, and Nora had made a very good point that takeover need to be faction leader. Takeover faction leader. Do not get distracted, Fred. Takeover faction leader. Takeover. Else a faction leader. Yeah, because it's more generic, isn't it? Faction leader. Yes. Much better. Okay. All right. Believer. Well, I should be going to work, but we're going to keep going. I'm going to keep pushing this until it's done so that you actually get it. because you've been waiting so long. All right, let's push this here. Believer. The closer to finished it is, the better, right? Portal, Punisher, Portal, Hell. Okay, Portal, Invader, cut. Portal, P. Portal. No, that's R. Look at the P's, Fred. P. Plagiarism. Portal. Portal Invader. Okay. Portent. Cut. Portent. Come on, Fred. Find it. Portent. And it should be after this. Portent. Okay. Next. Hell Creator. Hell. H. Where does hell got to go? Hellbender, Hell Creator. I think it'll go about there. Hellbender. Oh, Hellbender and Hell, they're actually so similar. Look at this. This is a problem. Hell Creator, Hellbender. That's almost exactly the same. That's a problem. Okay. All right. Punisher. Cut. P for Punisher. Punisher. I think it sits there, doesn't it? Punisher. And then this Revenant one. Cut. And R for Revenant. Revenant. I think it should be sitting about here. Revenant. Okay. And then if I go here, I can get rid of this. Okay, so that means that there's the opportunist. No, there's one there. There's a couple of little problems that I need to sort out, and I have no time to fix them, unfortunately. No time whatsoever. So, mostly done. I will obviously have to try to figure out some solutions to that. By all means, feel free to use the comment section if you come up with some solutions. But I am going to have to wrap things up. I will be back tomorrow, of course, as I always am. 63 Reclaimer. 63 Reclaimer. Is that the solution? 63. Narcissist. Oh, no. Okay, I get it. Reclaimer. I get it. Yes. Opportunist from buying up. Reclaimer. Yeah. I actually think that's a good solution. So they're two different things, but Reclaimer is actually, yeah. Yep, good one. Nice idea. I think that's going to work really, really well. And then the last one, the Hell one, well, obviously I need to put in a new one. But it's all right. I've got some extras that I can plug into there. So, yeah, that did it. We pretty much done it, which means that I think it's very likely that you should see this go up near the end of the week onto Patreon as at least a first draft. I'm not going to say it's the finished draft because I always feel like I need to fiddle with something. It's just one of those things, people. But yeah, that certainly got us mostly there, which means we don't need to come back to this again. We can work on something else. And I have a few ideas now. I was a little bit stuck before, but I'm pretty sure I've got some good ideas for what we can do in the future. In any case, I need to get out of here. So I want to say a huge thank you to all of my patrons. I want to say a big, huge thank you to Agile Monk for the super sticker again. Everybody who's been in the comment section, who've been providing their ideas and their feedback. I'm not going to name you all because there's too many and I'm running out of time. I want to thank everybody who took part in the poll and who's been watching and listening. Really do appreciate it. It makes a big difference if there are people engaged and really interested in what we're trying to do here. So yes, and Shona 81, I have noticed it. Yeah, roast those marshmallows by all means. So do you have a list of 100 villain motives for making non-player characters? No, 47%. Well, not for long. Yes, 19%. Okay, incomplete, 19%, and 14% are just watching. Well, I think we just solved that problem for you. Anyway, wherever you are in the world, whether it be the morning, the afternoon, the night, the wee early morning, please look after yourself, your family, and your friends. Be nice to your neighbours. And hey, till next time, keep rolling those 20s.